What's up, guys? Jason of New Age Revolution Office. That's right. The new office. Loving it. Loving it. Kind of a random Wednesday rant here. It'll be the first of two videos. We're going to do a hey, do you remember birthday parties later today? Because I sure don't, right? Sometimes the hey, do you remembers, we talk about stuff that I experienced, but some of them lately, we talk about stuff that I didn't. And believe it or not, I didn't experience birthday parties as a kid, but we'll talk about it. I'm kind of sick of throwing away money. And I think we're throwing away money more than we ever have. So a couple of things sparked this conversation. We leased a car last year, we leased a car 2 years ago, which I don't know why I leased a car. I've never leased a car before. I think that's the ultimate throwaway of money. You're basically renting a car and then you are giving it back to lease again. I don't like to do that. This car was for the children's mother. She's a stay-at-home mom. She goes nowhere. In 2 years, she put 16,000 miles on her car. So there's no reason to give it back and just continue paying. I'll just buy the car, pay it off eventually, and she'll still have like 60,000 miles on the car once it's paid off, right? That's my logic. So I go to buy it yesterday. I have to finance it, of course. And I have a very high credit score. I have an almost 800 credit score, which I think is perfect. The 800 is perfect. I'm at 789. Well, that 789 credit score got me a 10.1% interest rate. 10.1% with a 789 credit score. That blew me away. And I said, what gives? Why is this happening? Oh, well, it's just, that's what the interest rates are these days. So gone are the days of 0.4%, 0.9%, 0.0%. Gone. I'll have to refinance next year or so when the rates come down, but I'm throwing money away and I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. It's just a Kia, folks. It's a stupid Kia. The other thing that upset me was I need a new weed whacker for my backyard. And so I for some foolish reason, I went battery powered, and I bought a $200 battery powered Ryobi weed whacker yesterday. Got it home, set it up, and as I expected, the performance is poor. I'm used to gas powered. The performance is poor. It doesn't do what I want it to do. It's not as an aggressive of a machine as I want. And so I'm literally packing it up and returning it today. However, I've decided that I'm not going to exchange it for a gas-powered one. I went on Facebook Marketplace and I found 2 or 3 semi-used, still working weed whackers for $30, $40, $25, and I'm going to buy all 3 of them. And when one breaks, I'm not a small engine repair guy. When one breaks, I'm going to throw it out and use the other one, because I don't need a brand new weed whacker. I'm going to be standing in my backyard once a week, cutting grass with this machine and then hanging it in the shed. And then when the weather breaks and goes back cold again, I don't use it at all, obviously. It just sits in the shed for a whole year or a whole 6 months or whatever. I'm tired of throwing money away. I'm getting older. I'll be 48 years old next month. And I'm not set up for retirement. I'm self-employed. I make a decent salary, but even with a decent salary, it's not easy. It's not easy to live. It is not easy. Things are ridiculously more expensive than they ever have been. Some of the most absurd things are so much more expensive. We have not gone out to eat in a year. Yeah, we went to Universal Studios, and yeah, we were out to eat then. But we have not sat down at a restaurant in a year, because the prices of this are insane. They are insane. I work here at this new office. Right across the parking lot from me is a pizza place called Salvatore's. Now, Salvatore's is notoriously expensive anyway in Rochester, New York. It's a foolishly expensive pizza place. But I went over there and I just grabbed a menu just because I'm new to the area here, new to the little neighborhood, and I can't really eat anything on their menu anyway. And I just looked at it, but I looked at the wings. Folks, I kid you not, 5 wings for $14.99. 5 chicken wings with a cup of blue cheese for $14.99. 5 wings for $14.99. I'm not doing that. I will literally never do that. I will never, ever do that. My kid wanted lunch yesterday. He wants sushi. Right? I have to go to the grocery store to get him some sushi. It's a nicer grocery store. It's an upscale grocery store. They have a nice Asian section, nice Asian market there, and they make sushi. $14.99 again for 6 or 7 pieces of sushi, and he didn't like them because the fish was too fatty. So that got tossed. That's literally tossing $15 down the drain, and I'm extremely tired of doing it. We're not going to, but we're thinking about being a 1-car family. I work 3 minutes from my home. Walking distance, it's about 11 minutes. I could walk here in 11 minutes. I could bike here. I haven't rode a bike since I was 12, but I could bike here in about 6 minutes. We're not going to. There's too many other complications, but I'm thinking about it because my truck payment is almost $600 a month. And to fill up this tank is almost $80 a fill up. And I don't want to do this anymore. I actually hate this. I actually hate the amount of money that I'm spending. I think I've always, ever since having kids, I've always wanted to, I guess, give them whatever they wanted. I think I was raised that way by my grandparents, and it hasn't like ruined me. You know, I'm not entitled. I don't feel like I should have stuff for nothing. I don't feel like I should have whatever I want. But a little part of me does feel like I should have whatever I want. And, I work for it and then I get it. And so the kids have taken a lot of money. And I think I'm coming to an end with that too. 2 years ago, my 8-year-old, who was 6 at the time, was playing the drums and was really good. And we had an acoustic set, and that was fine. And then he wanted an electric set. And for Christmas one year, I got it for him 2 years ago. And it cost, at the end of the day, with the warranty that I, of course, never used, it was like $1,100. And do you know where it is today? Just 2 years later, some lady's house. She bought it off Facebook Marketplace for $300. Yeah, so I lost $800 on that machine. Liam wants a gaming PC for his birthday this year. He has a PS5. He only plays Fortnite. Anybody in the computer world has told me, don't bother spending less than $1,000 or else you're not going to get the performance that you need. I'm not going to buy him $1,000 machine plus monitor, plus keyboard, plus, desk, plus chair, plus, I'm not doing that, and it's hurt me to not be able to refuse him. So he went over his friend's house, and his friend has his PS5 hooked up to a computer monitor with a desk, with a chair, and it looks like a gaming setup. It's just with the PS5 instead of a PC, and he loved it. So we're going to do that. We compromised. I'm buying him a desk, I'm buying him a chair, I'm going to get him a nice monitor, so I'll probably spend about $500 altogether on this instead of $2,000. And I need to be okay with that, right? I need to be okay with that. The cost of living is unbelievable. My father maxed out. My father's top salary at Kodak in the 80s was 40 grand. My dad maxed out at $40,000 a year while he worked at Kodak. And with that 40 grand, he was married to my mom who never worked. He had 3 kids, and they had bought and sold 3 houses within 8 years. And then they got divorced when I was 8. But my dad, we had a family. We had food, we had Christmas presents. We didn't go on vacations. I don't know if they had new cars. I don't know if they had car payments. I don't know how it worked back then. But my dad made 40 grand. You know how much 40 grand is a month? After tax, he probably brought home, I don't know, $600 or $700 a month. Probably $600 or $700 a week, maybe $600 a week. After taxes, probably. His after tax salary was probably what, 30? And raised a family. I have a decent salary. I won't, just go on your insurance card or call your insurance company and find out what insurance pays your mental health therapist. It's well over $100 an hour is what insurance pays me. So you can, I have a decent salary, but I still feel like I'm behind the 8 ball with money. Like I said, I have not prepared for retirement yet. So Friday, I've got to go talk to an investor, and we're going to come up with a plan. And I think my plan at this point is to put $1,000 a month away into retirement. And at 7% interest, according to Google, for 18, 20 years, I'll have $500,000. At a very generous, or no, not generous, a very low 7%. I think average is like 12%. So they're really lowballing it at 7%. I have to start doing that because I never prepared for it, foolishly. My health insurance is through the roof. Food is through the roof. Apparently, car interest loans are through the roof. Car payments are through the roof. You cannot buy, I just bought my truck 2 years ago and paid something like $53,000 for it. My same truck is now $73,000. So in 2 years, the truck has, the cost of my new truck has gone up $20,000 in 2 years. That's not inflation to me. That's insanity. I go to this, a small example. If you buy a bottle of Coke and a bag of chips, you're paying $7 for that. You're paying $2.99 for a bottle of Coke. Why? I get that everybody has to survive just like I have to survive. So everybody has to raise prices and but folks, I'm telling you right now, the days of going out and buying a brand new $200 weed whacker when there is one on Facebook Marketplace that I'm picking up later today for $35, barely used, crystal clean. The video as it starts right up, $35. Right? And then I'm going to buy a second one for $40 and just hang that in my shed and wait till the one dies and then go to the next one. Why would I need to pay $200 for a brand new machine? I'm not going to do that. I furnished this office from Ollie's, the discount store Ollie's. I bought my television for this office off Marketplace for $15. Okay, I bought a DVD player from Savers for $3.99. Okay, this is the way this is going to go from now on. I mean, it's absurd, because I want experiences. I don't want stuff. I want experiences. So I want to take the kids again to our third annual Universal Studios trip, but that is a $7,000 vacation with the admission, with the hotel, with the travel, with the dog sitting, and with everything that goes with the vacation. It's a $7,000 credit card debt, guaranteed. But I would rather do that than to buy my kid, a $2,000 gaming computer that he will, I assure you, lose interest in, and then go back to the PS5 on the 70-inch television instead of sitting at a desk with a 27-inch monitor. So we're all feeling this. I told you that I bought the car, bought out the lease, whatever, refinanced the car. And then the salesman, they have to come sit down with you with this long list of add-ons, the undercoating and this warranty and the gap insurance and all this nonsense. And they're so passionate about it. And I was in such a foul mood. If I had agreed to any of that stuff, if it was going to bring my payments from $301 up to $391, and I just said, listen, I don't want any of this. Yeah, but what if we can? I don't want any of this. The payments are at $301. I don't even like that payment. I'm sick that I have a 10% interest rate with a 789 credit score. I'm sick about that. I don't want this car. This isn't even my car. I've been paying this stupid lease for 2 years, which was a total waste of money. Now I buy the car, and you want to add $90 to my monthly car payment for stuff I will literally never, ever, ever use. Now, I wasn't aggressive like that. I just declined it, and he said, okay. And then we started talking, and he got human. He got normal. And I said, dude, we're all dying out here financially. And he said, I agree with you 100%. You're not alone. We're all feeling it. My household's feeling it. And I felt like telling him, look, well, I did tell him. I said, look, I respect what you do. I understand this is your job. But I don't want to give you an extra $91 a month for stuff I'm never going to use. I feel you. I understand. And that was the easiest transaction ever. But I was in such a bad mood with that extra $91 a month for nothing. I don't know, folks. Little rant, little vent. Money. It's a huge problem. It's a bigger problem than it's ever been, ever. In my life, anyways. It's just we're all struggling. And the world is not helping us. Gas prices are not helping us. Please save your political comments. Please, stop. It's not. We're all struggling, regardless of who is going to be our president or our governor or our state senator or our school principal. It doesn't matter. We're all going to feel the effects of this time in our lives, and I don't necessarily think it's going to get any better. I don't think gas prices are going to come back down to $2. I don't think that's going to happen ever. I don't think, the housing market will fluctuate, I suppose, but car prices will continue to skyrocket. We will all be driving $100,000 vehicles someday. We will all live in $500,000 houses someday that are worth 150 20 years later or 20 years prior. It's insanity. Just venting. That's all. We'll see you next time. Good night now.